here for a chance to get to know a member of our family a little bit better and a ministry. We have Gary Lewis in the house. Gary, thanks for coming down.
You bet.
Yeah, glad to have you here. And you are chaplain for the Goose Creek Correctional Facility. Did I get all that out correctly?
If you want to totally correct, Goose Creek Correctional Center.
All right, there we got it straight. And this is a great ministry. I know it's part of the DNA of Church on the Rock. We've supported this for a while. We're really spotlighting you even this Sunday. But tell us a little bit about how you got involved in this ministry.
Well, I was looking into trying to find some kind of work. I had finished out several different things that I was doing, and I was just looking for some kind of work that I could make a certain amount of money. I figured I had to make a certain amount of money every month in order to just be able to get ahead on the bills, and had my plans all set out. So I was looking for that kind of work. And in the midst of all that, I was contacted by the state chaplain, and he asked if I would be interested in taking over as the new chaplain at the new facility. So I said, yeah, I'll pray about it, and kind of walked away because I knew that there wasn't anything as far as funds involved in that. So just so happened that that was just before the ECHO conference in 2012.
Okay.
And I was sitting in on the ECHO conference, and there was a gentleman from Africa in a wheelchair that was there that was preaching a message, and it was pretty much basically about making do with, having faith in what God would do,
Wow.
And so at the time, I just, but as I was listening, I felt like God just dropped it in my heart that what I'd been concerned about, commiserating about, should be dropped into His hands. And He basically said, I'm either your provider or I'm not.
Wow.
And so that was pretty direct. And so I decided that was word for me to take up the challenge, and so that's I went ahead and started the work at that time.
Oh, I can tell that sank deep into your heart, and I know God's really been at work. He's been doing things. Tell us a little about some of the things that you've seen in the last even the year.
Well, we've actually established right off the bat a church. We had kind of a blank slate, so we could do whatever we wanted to do, and with the permission of the superintendent, who was to our advantage that he was a Christian. So at that time, so that was helped a lot. So we actually did put in our own church out there, and we bring in guest pastors every Sunday that are scheduled in on a regular basis, and we've got our own worship team, our own prayer team, and so. It's one of the things that's been going on. It's been met with a lot of success, and it helps to get the guys to understand a little bit about what church is really like on the outside, so that when they get out and go into a church on the outside, which we constantly encourage, they won't be uncomfortable with their surroundings, with what goes on there, because they've experienced it already.
So there's a lot of great opportunity for discipleship. It's a great opportunity for those who get back out, that they're ready to go into church. And I know you guys you do baptisms, you do it all.
Absolutely.
If somebody wants to get involved in this, tell us how to do it.
Well, there's the best way to do it is to go on the website. It's Alaska Correctional Ministries website. That's who I'm with, and it's godinprison.org.
Okay.
And it's you can go on there, and there's a place to volunteer, and just punch on the volunteer thing. It'll bring up an application, and then you can fill out that application and send it in, and they will let you know when the next training session comes up. It's a short training session, about 4 hours and something one evening, and once you go through that, then you can get your card and you're qualified to go in.
Excellent. Godinprison.org. Did I get that right?
Yes, I said .org, and now I'm thinking maybe it's .com. I believe it is .com.
.com.
Yes.
All right, actually, hey, Gary, thanks for coming.
All right,
and
thank you.
So glad you're one of our missionaries, and we get to support this ministry and know God's doing incredible things. All right, well, we are just minutes away from our service, our live service, coming to you from Wasilla. and looking forward to seeing you there. Leave a comment, click on hearts, connect with a host. We'd love to minister to you any way we can throughout the service, and we'll see you next week.